Hey, what's going on, Facebook friends and family? Hope you're doing well. Happy Wednesday. So we're going to talk about if you suck. What to do if you suck at losing weight. If you suck. That's a pretty strong word, right? Well, I hope it pulled you in to listen up. And just so you know, my name is Mark Avens. You obviously know that. I am the creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough, a program for busy moms and dads, a coaching program, online coaching program for busy moms and dads who want to lose weight, who want to stop sucking at losing weight, and they want to learn how to get it off and keep it off without long workouts and impossible diets. But for now, we're going to talk about what to do if you suck at losing weight. And I'm going to share a little story about sucking, because there's a lot of things that I've sucked at in the past. One of them is not weight loss. Fortunately, as a fitness coach and 25 years of experience, it's one thing I don't suck at. But I will tell you that there's plenty of things that I've sucked at. And just for a lack of a better word, I just had to go with that word. And maybe that's the thing you're thinking about. Man, I really suck at losing weight. And one of the ways you can kind of know if you suck at losing weight is you're still trying to lose weight. And I'm speaking to those of you, if you're listening and you're maybe over 40, you're in your 40s and 50s, and you've been listening to me for a little while, you know, I talk mainly to my 40 and 50 audience because that's my people, right? That's the season of life that I'm in, and that maybe be the season of life that you're in. But if you're, if things are dialed in, if you don't suck at losing weight, if you're like in the best shape of your life and you're feeling awesome and you have that dialed in really good and you're on the right path, and you're doing great things, this message isn't for you. So you can scroll on, go find somebody else's post or live. But if you suck at losing weight, I want to share this message, and I'm going to take you back, even though it's not Throwback Thursday, it's midweek, get over the hump. And I'm going to tell you there was some humps in my life over the past that I had to get through, things that I really sucked at. Now, I'd mentioned that I didn't really suck at losing weight, but there was a struggle. And it made me think of my college years when I kind of sucked at losing weight in my college years, because I was like just trying to figure out how to do college. Like I didn't have that dialed in. And at that time, honestly, the repercussions of it is I gained a lot of weight. I was out of shape. I was unhealthy. I went from like my high school days and early college years of playing soccer and being athletic and being young, and then kind of breaking into my like early 20s where my body was starting to change. Even though my metabolism was still pretty high, I just ate whatever the hell I want. And I drank and, did the things that most kids do when they're in college, a lot of them anyway. And I was one of them. So I was out of shape. I got out of shape. I was unhealthy, overweight. I was sucking at health at that time. I was sucking wind and sucking health. And guess what? There's one other thing that I really sucked at, and that was in school. I truly was definitely not, and I'm just going to be vulnerable here for a moment. I don't mind. I'm at a season in my life that I actually can look back and now and I'm appreciative of. So that's what I'm really kind of chime in here in a moment. I want just you to hang on here while I share with you. I really sucked in school. I didn't really care much in high school about high school. A lot of kids don't, unless they're kind of forced to by the family and parents, and that's another story. But let's just say college now, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to become a physical therapist, but I kind of was not really good at school. I wasn't really good at learning and studying and all that stuff. And then I actually found out let me just share this with you, just a vulnerable moment here. I went for 2 years, and it wasn't a really hard work the first 2 years, basic stuff. And I still studied probably more than the average college student. And it was hard, and I did okay, middle of the road, average B's and a couple C's maybe. And then I wanted to get in physical therapy school. So anyway, I ended up getting in, and then guess what? I got thrown into the wild, so to speak. I didn't know how to study. There was so many courses. I was taking physics and calculus and statistics and organic chemistry, and it was crazy town. It was literally crazy town. And I really sucked at college. And not to get into the whole backstory of it, but I failed out. I ended up getting back in. I have 2 degrees, but I ended up finding out not only did I suck at college, but I sucked at learning. I had a learning disability, and still to this day, it's something I struggle with. And I kind of suck at the whole learning thing. In fact, when I'm learning, I need to do up above and beyond what most people, like my wife, can go and listen to, she can go do some learning, read a book and get all of it. I have to take notes. I have to have a note taker. I have to read it, listen to it. It's crazy what I have to do. I really kind of suck in that part. So it's been a work in progress over the years. So why is that related to if you suck at losing weight? I want to tell you this because it's something I've been able to embrace, is that what I did, I embraced. Now at the time it sucked. Like I knew I was sucking at school, but I still was fighting, right? Because I knew what I wanted to achieve. And if you suck at losing weight, you got to look beyond the sucking part and look to what you're trying to achieve. I know it's maybe not just the weight loss. Maybe it's a whole other slew of things that are preventing you from being your best. But let's just say you suck at losing weight. And there's so many things that are getting in the way, busy schedules in life and just stress and anxiety and your hormones, you're getting older, your body's aching, you don't have time, all those types of things, right? And you kind of suck at it, right? And so what did I do? Kind of like when I was back in school, when I sucked at it, I got to another level. And how did I get to another level? I learned from my mistakes. I learned what I was sucking at and I made adjustments. I changed what I was doing. In fact, when I found I had a learning disability, guess what? I got a note taker. I figured out what I needed to get through college, to not suck at college anymore. I knew I needed some things in place so that I could be successful. Kind of like what people need when they're sucking at losing weight, or really anything. You suck at anything, right? There's a lot of things that I sucked at. One of the things I knew, like parenting, when you become a new parent, don't you feel, if you can feel me on this, if you're a parent any period of time, right? If you have young kids, maybe older kids, wasn't there, at least for me, now I'm a 47-year-old dad, a father of a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old, and I know, and my wife and I can both attest, just from us being parents with our kids, not anybody else's kids, with our kids, is that there was definitely a lot of time where we just felt like we sucked as parents. We really sucked. We didn't know, but you know what? We figured it out together. We worked at it. It took effort. It took intentionality. That's a beautiful word, isn't it? Intentionality. You see, I sucked at college, but I was intentional. I had a direction and a purpose, and I knew if I could get the help that I needed, I could get through the school, and I can graduate, and I could actually get the job as a physical therapist. I wanted to do that, and that's what I achieved. And guess what? Even though I sucked at college, and even if I were to go back, chances are I would suck at it again. And I would say, but I would make sure going back at it that I would have the things in place. I would get the help that I needed. So my question to you is, if you suck at losing weight, okay, so you're telling me this about your school. What's this have to do with me? Well, what are you supposed to do if you suck at losing weight? Well, you can continue going down the road of sucking at it, or you can actually get the help that you need. Now, again, obviously I'm the fitness coach, so I would say I'm one direction. There's only one direction as far as that goes. I'm not necessarily the right direction for everyone, but I would say is having 25 years experience in helping people lose weight, helping specifically moms and dads, busy parents over 40. That's kind of like my deal. If you're in your 20s, chance I'm not a good fit for you. If you're like way older, maybe I'm not the right fit for you. Even if you're in your 40s, I might not be the right fit for you because I'm really only looking for serious people. But with that, if you suck at losing weight, what do you do about sucking at losing weight? Well, if you want to get the weight off, first off, how do you know if you suck at losing weight? And I said it in the beginning, you're still trying to lose weight. In fact, maybe that's been the roller coaster ride that you've been playing with yourself. And I hear it all the time. I have people I talk to every single day who say, Mark, I've been trying to lose 25 pounds. I've been trying to lose 50 pounds. I've been trying. So my next question is, what have you been trying? It's the obvious question as a coach. What have you been trying? The typical answers, I've had a gym membership. I've tried doing the diet thing. I've tried the Weight Watchers thing. I've tried trainers. I've tried having a fitness app on my phone. I've tried the keto. I've tried the Whole30. I've tried, the HCGs. I've tried, even have people to the extreme level. I've tried the lap bands and, those types of surgeries, more invasive types of procedures to help you lose gastric bypass. I've tried those things. And I say, listen to this. I hear people that have tried even those invasive things and they're still failing and they're still sucking at it. And here's my my encouragement to you is just as it was for me, where I almost was ready to give up. Literally, like, I can't tell you how many times. And fortunately, I had a good support system of a family, my parents, who helped support me, helped me get through it. I didn't have my faith really at the time, but I did have a campus minister who helped me through that. But I was, definitely seeking out the support because I wanted this bad enough. Like, I wanted to get through school. Now, if you want to lose weight, if you want to stop sucking at losing weight, you got to realize why do you want to lose the weight? What's the purpose behind the weight loss? Do you want to get healthier? Do you want to be in better shape? Do you want to look sexy for your spouse? Do you want to be stronger for your job? Do you want to live an extra few years? Do you want to, if you get COVID, do you want to be strong enough and have your immune system well enough so that you can get through any kind of virus that comes your way? Do you want to feel just confident about the way you look and feel in your body? Do you want to put a bathing suit on? Do you want to do active vacations when you're able to go out? Do you want to just go for a swim or go for a bike ride? Do you want to play tennis with your friends? Do you want to have less aches and pains? Those are all good whys, right? Why I can just spit those off is because those are things I talk about with people all the time. And those are great things. But it's hard to get there if you suck at losing weight. So if you suck at losing weight, you have a couple options. You can continue to suck at losing weight, right? You can continue going down that road or feeling bad about yourself. Hey, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of emotional baggage that comes with trying and struggling and failing and sucking at losing weight. And it's a lot harder to try to go through that on your own or just try to wing it doing some sort of a, cheap, inexpensive Mickey Mouse kind of diet that is going to fail you as soon as you stop the diet. Or you can choose a different option. You can choose to get around somebody who is, you hear the passion in my voice right now. It is not anger. My passion is for you to get to a place where you can feel so good about yourself at 47 or 57 or 67 that you can feel so confident about the way you look and feel. So confident, because that's living your life to its fullest potential. Like, you hear that? I kind of hate the phrase, living your best life, living my best life, right? Isn't there a song? Like, here's the thing. If you're not pursuing your healthiest life, it's kind of hard to pursue your best life. Well, no, financially I'm secure and I got a great relationship. But here's the thing. There's nobody that's going to discount the fact that if you're not healthier, that's only going to magnify all of that awesomeness in your life by being healthier, by having that weight off your body, by being able to do the things that you want to do for you, for your family, being the generational. Maybe you need to switch gears for you and for your family. So maybe the whole path ahead of you, in front of you, your parents and your grandparents and your family and all those dynamics, they're all overweight, they're all unhealthy, and you're like, how am I going to get out of this pit I'm in? And I was like, you can do it. Just because your family might have sucked at losing weight, maybe just because your family doesn't care about their personal health, doesn't mean you can't change the course for the generations to come. There's a Christian song, and it's in your generation and next generation, and your children, your children's children. I forget the name of the song, and it's an awesome song by Elevation Church, and your children's children. When I hear that, obviously I think about faith and think about instilling that in my family and my children and the grandchildren that are to come down the road, God willing, right? And I think of also, you could be the generational change for your health and for your family, because I can tell you, it's pretty cool to see teenagers starting to take better care of their health and what they're eating, doing it independently. Like, there's a beautiful thing about that. Obviously, as the fitness coach, my kids have been around me the whole time, and to see my son coming back from the gym and making a protein shake at 17 and showing me his six-pack abs, like there's an excitement to that, not just because of the physical part of it, just because I know that I'm changing the course of time. So my encouragement to you is to not give up hope, but to stop sucking at losing weight. You have an opportunity right now to stop sucking at losing weight. But it may require for you to make some changes in your life. And it may be some tough changes, but those changes don't have to be as tough if you're doing them on your own versus having somebody, a coach who is ready, who is passionate, who wants to be in your corner if you're the right fit, who wants to say, hey, it doesn't have to be as sucky as it is. Just as I was in school and ended up getting through school, and I look back at the things that I sucked at, and I'm kind of grateful for having those times in my life where I sucked. And even if you're sucking right now at losing weight, there's a gratitude that you should learn in it. And it's not going to come right now because you're like, how am I going to be grateful for sucking at losing weight? No. It's when you can look back after you've moved forward beyond sucking and you get into that period of having that freedom in your life to know that, oh my goodness, wow, it isn't that hard to pursue a healthy life. It isn't that hard when you have the right tools and you have a right plan in place and you have the right accountability and you have just what I had when I was in my college years, when I was able to get through. In fact, my last 2 years of college, I averaged, it was a 3.95 GPA. Now, I wouldn't have done that if actually I was doing it on my own, because I can tell you, I had to take more than a few classes over because I failed them. Because what happened was I was sucking at school and I was failing. And maybe you're failing right now at losing weight. Maybe you're failing at your health. The good news is you can turn a corner. You can get on a successful path, whether you're 47 or 57 or 67. But it's up to you to make the decision. It's what you want now. You want to keep sucking now, or what you want most. If you want most is to live your absolute best, like your best life and your healthiest life, then maybe you and I need to have a conversation. All you got to do is reach out, send me a private message. I'll put the link down below and we can get on a call and we can see if we're a good fit. If we're not a good fit, that's cool. But if we're a good fit, then I'm going to make sure that moving forward that you no longer suck at losing weight. In fact, my goal is for you to be awesome at losing weight to the point where you don't have to lose weight anymore. Wouldn't that be amazing? So anyway, take care. Have a blessed day. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I hope if you're in the middle of that hump, you're trying to get over the hump, that you don't try to do it on your own. If you keep sucking at losing weight, stop doing it on your own. There's a better way. There's coaches. I'm around a network of about 150 coaches right now that are amazing. I'm not the only one. There's ones that I know and I'm connected to all over the world. But I can tell you, you want to get on the right path, you might need to get in one of these coaches' lives and get them around you so that you can stop sucking at this losing weight once and for all. Take care. Have a blessed day. We'll see you.